a dime. Good morning and good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for our training. What we're going to do is we're going to hang tight here for just a minute, see if we can get a couple more people hopping on. Sometimes there are technical issues. Trying to log on, waiting for computers to catch up to streaming and everything else. So what we're going to do is hang tight for here just a minute, and then we'll go ahead and get started with the training at 10:03. So we'll just do a little 3-minute delay and give people a chance to log in. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you for joining me. I'm glad you could be here so that we could get the training out of the way. What we'll do is go ahead, and this is the owner training, so we'll be more focused on some of the, I don't want to say lesser known, but lesser used, since reps don't use them, some of the lesser used items to make sure that as an owner you're getting the most out of solo. So what we'll do is we'll go into the reporting, we'll go into some of the announcements, some of the other administrative controls that you can do, and just show you kind of how to own and master solo so that it works better for you and for your reps. There is a description link in this video, so if you click on that description link, there's a job form that you can fill out that will ask questions. Whenever you ask questions, they'll pop up here on my screen, and I'll be able to check them out and then answer any questions as we go through. So make sure if you have a question, you put that there. We'll go through the whole live streaming, and at the end, what we'll do is answer all those questions. So without further ado, what I'll do is go ahead and dive right in. So just to give a general overview of the site is when you're logged in as a rep, this will be the first thing that you see. So you'll see recent leads, which will give you a list to all of these recent leads. Mine are just a bunch of random samples from doing demos for potential customers. If you click into any one of these leads, for instance, George Smith, what it's going to do is take you to the customer information screen. That's what this screen is here. This is also your home base for accessing all the information for this customer. So we'll notice that not only does it have our information right here, but we'll also show, the applicant tab where we could add a co-applicant if we wanted to. It will also show our proposal that we could click into, and then docs request if we wanted to request closing documents for this customer, CAD, and then files. Files is simply just to store images, any files you want to store for the customer. You can upload them, you can download them, you could delete it if you wanted to. It's all up to you. So this is what we call the customer information screen, and I want to point that out because we may come back to this later as we're hopping in and out of things to check customer info, check customer data. I'm going to click on this Solo logo in our top left to go back home. I'm going to click this. Before I dive into it too, I also want to show you that we have a light mode and a dark mode that's available for you, so you'll be able to navigate in dark mode or light mode. Keep in mind that our software should reformat and work on any screen that you have. It runs web-based, so you'll be able to open it up, preferably using Google Chrome. You can open it up on any smartphone, tablet, computer that you'd want to use. So we're going to dive into the menu here. So our top left menu, we'll see that this is our main navigation. So I'm going to actually skip down to the bottom where we have our company section. Now, this company section is actually a section that is not available to reps. So none of this information will be available to reps. Most of this will be available to sales admins, and then those set to the owner privileges will also have this last one called login as. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top of this company section. So if we come into company announcements, what we'll see here on this left side is you've got your announcements here. So these are announcements that Solo has pushed. Solo announcement. If you want to push announcements like this to all of your reps so that they see a certain bulletin or a highlight as they log into their account, you can simply click on your side menu, come down to your company section, click on announcements. Then what you'll see is the ability to create a new announcement. So we'll say doing a live demo now. Hit create, and then we'll see that that announcement is now listed here. It gives us our date and time, the ability to edit or delete. I'm going to click back to my home screen, and then we'll see now on my account, which is called Demo Wilson, you've got doing a live demo now. So this will then be pushed to all of your reps. They'll be able to see that information. This is a really great tool to give them reminders as they log in or to be able to push information to them. We will be pushing updates from our end. So you can see this one on January 30th. Sunlight API is now up and running. You've got your lead number, so this will tell you a little bit more about API integration and whatnot. So we will push some updates as well to reps that just concern general information about the site. Now if we go back to our company section and click on announcements yet again, we can see that we have the ability to edit this. So say I want to edit this, doing a live demo now, please join and tell all of your solar friends. Hit confirm. Go back to our home page, and we'll see that this should instantly update to show us that new announcement. So very easy, very simple tool. I'm going to go ahead and come into announcements again. I'm going to delete this one. It's going to ask me if I'm sure. Cancel or confirm. We'll confirm that. I'm also going to delete this one just because. We're going to come into Solo, and then we'll see now that it's gone. So very easy to use that announcements bulletin. Helpful if you want to push out that information to reps. Next thing we'll go over is your best practices. Now this is actually a very, very important section to your account. So best practices is what we call it. The kind of, it's synonymous with your design guidelines, panel placement guidelines, anything like that. So the best practices is actually the rule book that you give us so that we can design systems how you like them to be designed. So the benefit to this is that the best practices is how you can custom tailor your account to make sure that our designs are coming back exactly how you like them. So I've been with Solo since day one, a little over 3 years ago, and I've seen companies that are very successful where they hone in on these best practices and they really take the time to request some free samples, see how the designs come back, communicate with the team, and then change the best practices for the better. That's what a successful team does, and they've just kind of dialed that in over time. Some companies can do it quicker than others, but essentially it all boils down to if you're going to take the time to outsource this portion of your business to us, and we're going to create these proposals, it's best to make sure that we're designing them exactly how you want. And that is what the most successful companies have been able to do. And what it does is it creates accurate designs from the start and also gives a better experience for you and for your reps. So best practices, these will be your design guidelines. Now what you'll see here is you've got, a minimum module count per your system, minimum module count per array, minimum system size, max system size. So in my account, I haven't specified these because this is just a demo account. But what you can see is that you get to set all of this information with us, and then additional practices. This is just a demo account, so I've got this in here. What's typical is you can say, hey, make sure that you're designing on this array. We're going to push fire codes a little bit on the ridge. Make sure that we're maximizing space. You could do mixed orientation if it leads to a better offset. All these kinds of things you can put in there to give us better ideas of what we should be doing. And you can give specifics for, say, detached structures or ground mounts, roof mounts, two-story houses, all this stuff. You can give us examples and you can give us better information on how to approach those designs. So keep in mind that when you're doing that, just come and read through these additional practices, see what you have in your account, and then let's edit those and make sure that they're unique and exactly what you need. If we click down here to panel orientation policy, this will give us, portrait first, landscape second, and then mixed if necessary to reach offset. You can adjust this as well any way you'd like. Fire setbacks, I've just set to follow the national setbacks. I do have some overrides in here, so for Utah, specifically Salt Lake County, we're going to take it from 3 feet for the national to 2.5 feet. And then you also have your azimuth priority. So you can, priority fourth, good. So you can have south, first, second, third, fourth, first, second, fourth. So you can actually set your azimuth priority and your degrees to show exactly where you want those panels to be placed and what is your priority. Now keep in mind, if you do a max offset, you will likely still get panels on the north, but they will not be activated on your default design. You would have the ability to activate them, but it would just be in the situation where you might be potentially just trying to max out the roof completely. It's very rare, but it does give you the option if you want to. This just lets you be able to say, I want south first, and then west and east I want second, depending on the usage. And then very last, if we have to, we can go north. So once again, you can come in here and adjust your azimuth priority to make sure that it is exactly what you want. So make sure that you review this, give this a good look over to make sure that we are following your best practices and that what's represented in here is exactly what you want. And if there are any gaps in the coverage or gaps in the guidelines, just shoot an email over to proposalsupport@gosolo.io and they can edit and adjust these best practices for you. If we click into our side menu again, next thing would be create user. Pretty simple. I won't spend a ton of time on this. You'll see create new user, pretty self-explanatory. Password, first name, last name, phone, email. The best part about this phone is you're going to want to put in a phone number in here that's legit, and then you'll also want to choose the SMS opt-in. This will make sure that when your rep requests a proposal and it is delivered back to them, that they get a text notification saying your proposal for John Doe has been created, click here to access it. That will give them that message right there on their phone. The other thing it does is that when our reps are trying to ask them questions, it will also notify on their phone that says you've been tagged in a note or you've been asked a question, and it will give them that information. It'll send them a text notification as well. So very useful to have the phone number be accurate and the SMS opt-in turned on. The other items you have is your company. You'll be able just to assign them to your company, and then you can choose your time zone, role, any additional roles, who their manager is. So if you have it set up to where you have sales managers, you can actually assign a rep to a sales manager and create sales networks. If you need any help on that, we can do additional training. Just feel free to reach out to our customer success team and they can show you how to do that. Last but not least, home office. This will always just be corporate. Just kind of a default setting in there. As we build out the program, this may come into use, but for right now, it'll always just be corporate. Once you're all done, go ahead and click on Create User. This will send an email to the user you just created saying you've been created a user in Solo. Click here to access and change your password. They will click there and be prompted to change their password upon login, and then they will be able to log in and access their Solo account. Coming back to the company section, search user, self-explanatory. If you want to search, we'll say CAD. I think I have a CAD only user. I'll search CAD, and then I'll see CAD only right here. So you can search it that way. If you know a specific name, I don't think I have a John in here. I'll search anyway. So no Johns. But what you can do, let's search test. Great, I've got sample sales rep. That pulled up because I have test in the email account. Now, if you're doing unique searches, you can search it that way. You can also do advanced. You can search by role. So say I want to see everyone who is set to CAD only. Let's search that, and I see these two are set to CAD only. Say I want to search owners. Who do I have at the owner permission? I've got, Becca and a sample. So I've got 2 owners. If I don't want to do anything, say I just need a full list of all my users, leave everything blank and hit search, and then it will pull up, in this situation, all 7 users that I have. So you can kind of see all these up here. Now this feature is good not only for searching, but say, for instance, you can see here the statuses over on the right side. You've got active and inactive. If I need to inactivate a rep, we'll say this sample rep right here. Maybe it's someone who's left. Actually, that's me. I don't want to inactivate that one. Excuse me. Let's do this setter permission. So this one's a setter. Say, we're not using them anymore. I'm going to inactivate them. Click on the permission and then just click on deactivate user, confirm. We'll go back to our search users, hit search, and then now we'll see that setter permission is inactive. So it's also a way you can find them to be able to inactivate or deactivate. When you inactivate someone, they will not be able to come back to the site and reactivate it in any way. They can't change their password and kind of get into the system. They really can't do anything to kind of change the fate that you've put them at. So if you want to, though, you can simply come back in here, activate user, hit confirm, and then you're good to go again. So not the end of the world to change them either way. We'll go back, we'll hit refresh, search them, and then here they are back active again. So very easy to search users. You can also do it by their status or the company. Company will come into play. You can see on my account, I just have my main account, Demo Wilson. At one point in time, I did have a sub account. You can search by sub accounts if you want as well. So if you're an EPC or a sales channel partner and you have multiple companies under your name, you can easily search by company as well to classify those users. And then you can also download to a CSV file. Once again, coming back to the side menu, reports. We'll spend a minute here just because this is such a useful tool. Excuse me. So reports is a great way to be able to pull data out of our system to check on how things are going. And there is a difference. I'll click back into the side menu again really quick. So we've got reports and we've got scheduled reports. The data will obviously be the same. A report is a report, but the difference between these two is obviously that reports will be one-off, where you just simply want to pull how many proposals were requested yesterday. Scheduled reports will give you those same reports, but on a scheduled basis. So we'll hop into reports first, and let's say I want to find out how many proposals have been requested this year. I'm going to click on report, come to proposals, choose my company. There's my sub account actually, so it's here for reporting purposes because I did request some samples through it earlier this year. So I'm going to click all, and then I'm going to say year to date. Let's run this report, see what happens. So we see up here it returns 5 results, so 1 through 5 of 5, and then I can see all these different tests. So all those tests are in here, really easy to see them. Now if I want to, I can just summarize this. Click run report, and then this will just tell me per account. So the demo account, I had 2 real-time props, and on my main account, I had 3 real-time props. This is also great because you'll see the rate you're being charged your proposals, and then you'll see the itemized total, and then you'll see the total right here. So you'll be able to actually get a grip on how much you spent this month, what it's costing you, and also just kind of get an idea of how many you have requested so far this month to be able to track it. Now, if you want to, you can obviously download this report. You click download, and it's going to give you a CSV file. Let's see how this pulls up on my screen. So you can see right here that summary. If you want to, you can click off summary, hit run report again, download this, and then it will generate the same information but detailed view. So you'll be able to see all these details, the reps that requested it, the state, the address, all that information will be there. So you'll be able to pull that all quickly. You can also do this obviously, for CAD requests. I don't believe I have any CAD requests, so I don't think anything's going to pull up. But you can do CAD requests. There's a bunch more in real accounts that you can pull. Doc requests. So realistically, you can pull any aspect that you want to see for your company, and then you can do any time frame plus a custom date range as well. So sky's the limit on reporting. You can pull whatever you want, whenever you want. On the scheduled reports, This is actually a really great tool. By default, we do set companies up with daily, weekly, and monthly scheduled reports for their proposals. Excuse me. Select the company to view the scheduled report. So this would be on mine. I would just choose my main account. And then what we'll be able to see is which report do I want. So I want a proposal report, and I want that weekly and monthly. I don't so much care for the daily. That seems like that would be a lot of reports. Let's just stick with these two. And then you can set the time frame. So we'll say week to date or last week. Technically, you could choose, the rolling last 7 days or rolling 14 days. I'm just going to do, last week, and then I'll do last month as well. Now what I want to do is I want to put in my email, say david.wilson@gosolo.io. I'm going to add that to the list. Some of you may know Kimberly. We'll do Kimberly's email in here, solo.io. Add that. So now that we're both on this list, maybe I'll add accounting, just because I want to make sure my accounting team knows what we've got going on as well. So now that we've got us three kind of cached and ready to go, I can click on Create. When I click on Create, we're going to see that this scheduled report now pops up under Scheduled Reports for Demo Wilson. We'll see the different recipients in it, and then we'll see the time frame. The best part about this is that if you do want to change any of these facts, you can simply change it. So say, I changed my mind. I actually want a daily report. I can simply click on daily, and then that will start sending me that daily report. I don't have any need to go back and create a whole new report for that. Say I don't want weekly anymore. Click that off. Say I want to change yesterday to the last 7 days. You can change these to anything you want. So you get your frequency and then what it's sending you. So you can get all these reports in whichever format you like, however often you want. So it makes it really, really customizable. One thing that's great is you can click on Send as well, and it will immediately send you this report for each of them. You can also click on Edit. So say, for instance, I don't want accounting on there. They asked me to remove them. They don't want the emails. They just need the totals. Click accounting off, hit Save, and then they'll be removed from the list. In the same way, say I need to actually add Mitzi on here. So I'm going to put Mitzi at gosolo.io, add her, save it, and then now Mitzi's on here as well. So editing recipients, editing the schedule, and what it's sending me is all very, very easy to do. At the end of the day, if I want to remove it for some reason, I can simply click Delete. Are you sure you want to remove this? Yes or no? Yes, I do, and it's gone. Say we want to set one up for CAD requests. We'll click CAD requests, and I just want a weekly one. I'm going to send it to my email.io, add it to the list, create, and there's my report. So very, very simple to do that. Click send, and it's going to send it to me right now. You get to choose which one you want. I'll send daily. So that'll send that to my email right away. Once again, I'll just go ahead and delete this, and then it's gone. So very, very easy to set up your reports. You can select it for any product you want, any time frame, any email, and then it's very easy to create and edit. Coming back into our menu, we'll come down to integrations. This link is not quite live yet, so this will be built out where you'll be able to generate API keys and webhooks as well. So this will be a very, very great tool once we get that completely built out. The last one is for owners only, and this is actually a really, really cool tool. So this applies in multiple situations. We'll say situation or scenario 1, you have a rep that's saying, every time I log in, I get an error and I can't access any of my proposals. If you want to see what that rep wants to see, you can log in as that rep. Another thing might be if you're an EPC and you've got multiple channel partners and you want to log in as one of the owners on the other accounts to just look around and check things out. You can log in as, you can select the company, and then the rep. So there's a number of situations where this comes in handy. Let's just run through logging in as. So I'm logged in as an owner of Demo Wilson. When I click onto my side menu and come to log in as, I can choose which company I want to log in under. I have 2 companies under my name. I have my main account, Demo Wilson, and then I have the sub-account to Demo Wilson called Demo Account. I want to log into my main account, but I want to log in as my CAD-only person. So I'm going to click on CAD only, and then I'm going to log in. We'll see that my user changes to CAD only, and you'll see now that I have a CAD only lead. Everything looks different, functions different, because now I am logged in only as a CAD only lead. And so I will only be able to do things that this user can do. So you'll notice that, proposals isn't here. I just have docs and CAD, and then I don't even have any of the company section. Everything's just limited to what this customer could do, or excuse me, what this rep can do, because I am logged in just as this rep. If you want to, you can obviously click around, change things, do whatever you'd like. But when you're ready to log out, you simply click up here, and then instead of clicking log out, you click log out as. And what that will do is it will take you out of their account and just drop you right back into yours. So when I click log out as, this will refresh and I'll be in sample rep. So log out as, I'm back to sample rep, no logging out, logging back in required, just a very simple drop back into my main account. Say I want to log into that sub account. Let's see if I have any users there. I'll click on my sub account, and then I have a demo rep. So I can click in here, click log in, and then I can access this account and be able to see this. So say I want to see this customer. Looks like that proposal might be gone. Say I want to do a customer search. We'll do a customer search and see what I can find. Oh, looks like it doesn't want to work. Oh, excuse me. It's because I inactivated this account. So you'll be able to log in though and click this, and hypothetically when your account's active, you'll be able to kind of click around and see things however you want. If I want to now, I can log out as and come back to my sample rep. So those are all the features within this, this company section. A couple of the other things I want to point out is under this help section. So Solo has 2 support teams. We actually have 4 support teams. So you'll have proposal support, customer success, CAD team, and docs team. And so each of those teams obviously serve their purposes. But what's the best part about that is that as an owner, you are able to leverage those teams to help you with the training, support, and retention of your sales guys. So instead of trying to answer all their questions and troubleshoot solo, you can push that off on us, and that's what we're here for. So if reps are experiencing issues or need help, it's very easy just to send them to this help section, and it's built out to assist them in any way they need. So the top one, training resources. If a rep is having some issues, maybe navigating the proposal, requesting a new customer, requesting docs, we do have training videos built in here. So say we want to actually create or request a new proposal. So we'll say proposal request, customer creation. When you click on this, a video will start playing, and you'll be able to go through the actual proposal request process here in a video. So this will actually train them, a quick 3-minute video will show them how to do all of that stuff. And so they'll be able to simply click in here and watch any of those videos to help train them. Under additional training, this is more owner-oriented resources. You'll be able to click on any one of these PDFs and then be able to see, say for instance, user and permission settings. Let's click on this, and great, this lets me see the user and permission settings. So for each of the different permissions, I can create a new user. This will show me what they can do. So really great tool. I was wondering, what does a scheduler do? So now I can see exactly what that needs to be in here. I'm going to click out of this and go back to training resources and then come back to my help menu. On the help menu, contact info. This is going to be a very, very important one. So our customer success number is the same regardless of which department you're trying to get to. So 888-316-5845. I would have your reps all save that number into their phone. Owners, I would save that into your phone as well as your sales reps number. That way you have those for quick contact points. When they call into this number, customer success is a really great catch-all for kind of anything they need that's not directly, it's not directed at proposals, docs, or CAD. So if they have kind of a general question, maybe it's troubleshooting, they can call into customer success and connect with one of our reps Monday through Friday, 8 to 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and be able to speak with them about whatever issues they may be facing. Hopefully none, but if there is that issue, they can call in. They also have this email, customersuccess@gosolo.io, that you can send an email to be able to contact them as well. Remember to hit option 2, and that will go right to them. Proposal business hours, Monday through Saturday, 7 to 10. This is just to remind everyone of when our team is actually available to create and send proposals to you. The direct proposal support line is right here. So you've got proposal support itself, and this is obviously specifically related to proposal questions. So if you're having an issue with the proposal, maybe you need to learn how to request it, maybe you need to learn how to request a revision, any issues you may be facing with the proposals, proposal support is your go-to. So the same number, 888-316-5845, option 3. Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Saturday, 10 to 6 Mountain Standard Time, and then their email. So make sure you're leveraging these teams and make sure that your reps know that they can leverage these teams as well to assist them with what they need to get done on solo. We've built these teams out to make sure you're successful and to make sure that you're able to use this tool to its maximum benefit. So don't try to take that training on too much yourself. Make sure that you're using the solo team to help you out. Last two, we've got docs support for specific docs questions. You've got your 888-316 option 4, and then you can also email them or tag them at docs team. And the tag means when you're in a proposal, let me refresh this one. When you're in a proposal and you're in the live chat feature right up here in the top left, if you need to get docs attention, you can put actually at docs team. And you can say, hey, I need help with ... whatever you need help with. But this will actually send them a reminder. Now, if you don't tag them, they will not see this and won't answer. So you need to make sure that you're tagging that team in there so that they can help you out. So once again, docs support specific to the docs team, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And then last but not least, you also have a CAD specific team. Same number, option 5. You've got your hours listed here, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and then an email. So this contact information screen, I can't stress the importance enough. This is a great tool for your guys to be able to call in and get help with us. Last thing, live training. So that is obviously what we're on right now. To access that training, you'll click on Live Solo Training. It'll ask you your name and the company you work for, and then take you right to the home page where you can just click on to the live stream. And then this has the schedule. So first and third Tuesday of every month at 12 noon Eastern will be the owners and admins training. The second and fourth Tuesday of every month will be the rep training. The rep training, this is a great place to push new reps or maybe reps that are less skilled in how to navigate the solo proposal. We will go over the proposal itself, all the ins and outs, all the features within it. So these are really great tools to be able to push people towards it so that they can learn how to use solo to its maximum effect. That's really it for the owner training. What I'll show you, this last thing that might be important as well, is that when you're an owner and you want to see the status of proposals, docs, and CAD that are being requested, you do have this queue view. So whether you're in proposals, docs, or CAD, you'll have queues under each of those headers. So proposals, I'll click into this. If you click search, or queue, what this is going to do is it's going to pull up our real-time queue and our non-real queue. So say you're a company and you're requesting maybe 5, 6, 7 proposals a day, maybe more, maybe less, but you want to track that and see where those proposals are. You can simply click into your queue, and this will give you an accurate real-time peek inside of our queue system. So you'll be able to see which proposals are sitting in real time, which are in the non-real time, who's requested them, which proposal list is working on them, what their status is. So you can see all this information in real time. Let's see if we can push an example through. So I'm going to do a quick proposal request. We'll go through test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, put in a test Gmail. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, Dude Ranch, Salt Lake City, Utah, 84106, I believe. So we'll go ahead and put this info in. Click on next. This should drop me at this farmhouse. Nope, didn't work. It dropped me on this street. So what you can do is this second screen is obviously just for pinning the right house. You will want to make sure that reps are putting the pin on the right house so that we design on the right rooftop. Once we've got that done, click on next. This is all of our usage information. I'm going to skip ahead and click on average or yearly usage and put 12,000. I'm going to make this a next time. I'll choose Rocky Mountain as my provider. My lead type is self-gen. County is Salt Lake. And then notes, I'm going to say, please ignore just doing a demo. Archive when you can. Then I'm going to hit submit. And then this is going to create our customer. We're going to get dropped at the customer info screen to let us know it's created. And then we'll click into our queue here and be able to see 7 seconds ago we submitted test from sample rep. It's unassigned right now, and then the status is waiting for proposal. So you can see how powerful of a tool this is to be able to monitor and regulate all your reps' questions. This comes in especially handy. Say you've got a rep, Steve. Steve requests a proposal for John. He's sitting here and it's been 15, 20, 30 minutes and he's thinking, man, like what is going on? I requested a real-time proposal. Where's this at? You can click in here and what you'll likely find is that he accidentally requested a non-real time. So you'd be able to see, oh, no, you actually requested a non-real time, so that's sitting in the non-real queue. Go in there and just mark it urgent, and it'll pop it into that real-time queue for you. On the flip side, you could also just track the time that it's taking us to make proposals, the deliverable, and just keep a general eye on where all these proposals are. So really great way to be able to track all of this. And then if you want to, you actually are hyperlinked into the customer info screen. So I can click on test, and it's going to take me to that customer. At this point, I could do whatever I want with it. I could reassign it. I could archive it. I could change some info, whatever you want to do with it. So once again, side menu, proposals, queue. You'll see all your proposals sitting here waiting for you. So I hope this training was valuable. If you have any questions, feel free to answer them now. What we'll do is we'll post this training to the webpage, and you can see it and watch it, review it on your own time. Thanks a ton for joining me. We really appreciate your business at Solo, and we really appreciate you being a client. Please let us know if we can ever do anything to help you out. Remember, we do have our customer success and our proposal support teams, as well as your dedicated account sales rep. Feel free to reach out to us if you need anything at all. Again, thank you so much for joining the training. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being a customer. We'll talk to you soon.